they have to be put. So when the seller says, I want it 6 inches from the curb, 4 inches from the stone, because every town and municipality has their own rules and regulations, okay? If you are listing a condo, my friends, no signs. Now, don't come in and sneak, because if I see you taking one of these to your car,
Linda gave me one of them.
and I go, where are you going? Oh, nowhere. If you put this in a window at a condo, you're gonna get in trouble with a capital T.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I live in a condo, and I don't want 47 different real estate flavor signs in back bedroom windows. Okay? So, the sign company has these. These are called the panels. When they go out to the property, there's metal S hooks, and they hook this on here with big pliers, never to be getting off by us. So, that's done for you. But what you have to keep in mind is, don't tell the seller, the sign will be up tomorrow. You're already setting yourself up for failure. Right now in Pinellas County, there is one sign company.
Wow.
If I was 30 years younger, I'd go buy a truck and I'd open a sign company. Now, so if you get a listing in Snell Isle tonight, and the sign company is working north of Almerton today, your seller's gonna be what? Grouchy. Always remember in sales, under promise and over deliver. Only let come out of your lips what you can do now. The same thing as when you have a closing. You're gonna have to go to the property and get your name, which is gonna be up in that channel on the top. Now, some of us girls have to get on our tiptoes. And you have to put it in like this and then push. Sometimes I have to take off my shoe and bang it in, but this is on the top. The consumer does not care about this. Could absolutely, hi honey, absolutely, positively care less. The only thing the consumer cares about is this. They want to call the listing agent. Because we, as the listing agents, are supposed to know the most about the property. And if you're going to subscribe, where's everybody going to get a check? Well, did he get one?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, honey.
Sorry.
You're fine, babe. If you're going to buy leads, listen up, this is important. You can spend up to $1,000 a month to buy a lead. That lead is only as good as your conversion rate. And the first thing the lead says that you bought, are you the listing agent? The consumer has reprogrammed their chips to only want to deal with the listing agent. It's not because the listing agent should be more knowledgeable. It's because this consumer thinks if they deal with the listing agent, they'll get the property cheaper. And I say to that consumer, who are you, buyer, who don't pay a damn penny, to be worried about what my money is? Remember, my friends, buyers, liars, losers, they don't pay you a penny, do they?
No.
No. Who's paying you at closing?
Seller.
Thank you. Okay.
Good job.
Name writers. That goes on the top of the yellow thing. This will already be there for you. Now, you get to hang the things on the bottom of this. Everything has grommets with these beasts. And these are, I don't know what they're called. I call them electrical ties. So,
Zip ties.
zip ties, okay. Zip sounds like something. I don't know. Okay, so you're gonna put a zip tie in here. You're gonna put it through here, and you're gonna pull it tight, and then no sloppy signs, my friends. Then you're gonna have your scissors, and you're gonna cut it off so it looks nice. Now, it's really fun to put it up, and you're so excited. But then before closing, you gotta go take all this stuff down. And once you zip that zip tight, it's a little bit of a bugger to get these scissors in. Now, if you don't go and get this, and you don't go and get these, and the sign company takes the sign down, your riders that you paid lots of money for have now gone to the sign company boneyard. I don't know where the sign company is. I don't go there anymore. That used to be another one of my jobs. Agents wouldn't take their stuff, and then they'd come in and they go, Linda, where's my riders? Linda goes, I don't know where your riders are. So then they would fuss and cry and go to Ruth. And then Ruth would say, Debbie, that nice new agent, Han, is really upset because she didn't get her riders back. Could you plug me, Jer? Would you go to the sign company? It's like in some industrial park somewhere.
Sure it is.
And
Sure.
there's a big mound, and I'm in there. So you buy them, you put them up,
You take
You
them.
take it
you
down.
take them down. The same thing with a lockbox. You know, we give you those lock boxes to use. They are $160. You pay nothing to use those. We give them to you to use.
Done all looking?
Just bang it, Jer. So, when you are going for your walkthrough, you must take that off and bring it back to Linda. Now, if I was in charge, but Ruth won't let me, you wouldn't get a paycheck if you didn't bring your lockbox back. I have had to, maybe it needs to be in the other plug. I have had to go to Lutz cow pastures out in Hillsborough County to get lockboxes off. That was another one of my jobs. Oh, I felt it. One day a week, I'd have to get a Starbucks this big and get in the car and go drive around and collect lockboxes. So, now if you work for another company, you'd have to have this thing made. And you would have to go out and hang it on a panel. And some companies, they don't have the wooden things anymore. You have to go get something made like this and stick it in the ground. So, if you can't remember what you get, oh, Joe Linda's sign broke, just come and ask me. So this is one of Joe Linda's flavors. Now, she has the new logo on, which Sapphire Sign has. And as soon as all of these old panels die, we're gonna get the sign panels with the new thing.
It's a nice logo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess about a year and a half ago,
Huh?
every corporation wanted a new logo. So this is the new logo. At the end of the day, when people are coming down Starkey Road at 62 miles an hour, Jeremy and I put a lot of signs in CVS at Park and Starkey. Man, they're really ripping through there. And we have to park in the parking lot and go around a little retention pan and get out to the street. And then I have to do this. All I want all those thousands of cars to see. Arrow, turn right. And then in front of the community, we have more signs.
Jeremy did a good job, I have to tell you.
What did I do?
Firsthand with the signs that you put up.
Oh, did I?
That's how we found you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I didn't use any balloons because.
No, but the signs were perfect. He did a great job.
Well, the ones on Park, it's so windy.
Windy. Right now it is.
I'll put them down and I'll be driving down the road and I'll look at my rearview mirror and there's a balloon just going.
You did a great job.
And I wanted to bring you all a balloon today, but I didn't get to the dollar store because I was a little busy yesterday. Now, this is not mine. Do you ever think that Debbie Sundell would put this on the street?
I would.
No,
No, because this does not represent me.
shame on you.
Shame on this person. Now, these are the ones you can buy at Lowe's, Home Depot. And if you have an emergency, these work great. But
Doesn't look professional.
well, another thing, when you're driving down the street, 52 miles an hour, are you going to slam on the brakes and set off your airbags to say, I'm going to 1173586? No. The only purpose of signs is to
Direction.
get the people to the property.
It's the directional.
Direction.
Yeah.
It's all about direction.
And the open house. That's all you want to see.
Open house and the
And the
arrow.
arrow.
Now,
Yeah.
I love balloons. But when you buy them, you have to put the string through here and make it tight.
Okay.
The balloon has to be touching the top of this. Then they won't blow away.
Oh.
And it's just another thing that gets people's attention, okay? But you have to know how to properly attach them. Jeremy, God bless him, he went broke 5 times buying balloons because he put it through here and it was waving up this high. And then, of course, it goes away, right? The other thing, if you're going to do balloons, my friends, I forgot to bring in my chip clip. In the back of my car where that pouch is, I have all these chip clips stuck in there. When I go to the car dealer, he goes, did you bring me a chip clip?
Did not.
Damn. I said, I'm a realtor and I have to do my balloons with that. So when I go to the dollar store, I get all my balloons and I pull them tight so they're touching my paw. And then you have to be careful because those strings are real long. Oh yeah, I've fallen in the dollar store. It ain't pretty. So then I take the strings and I wrap them around and I chip clip. Then I get to my car and I take the chip clip and hook it to one of the back seat belt things that goes whatever, okay? Navigating balloons is a very, very, very hard job. When balloons were first invented, Mylar, it was my birthday, I was teaching kindergarten, and some mother brought me in a bouquet of balloons. I didn't know what to do with them. So like a dummy, I put them in the back seat of my car. Well, I went 500 feet down the street, and all the balloons escaped, and I rear-ended a parked car on St. Pete Beach
Oh.
at 3:45 in the afternoon. There was no alcohol involved, and my front teeth went through my lip. So you got to be careful with those. Now, back to the riders. You can have Sapphire make anything you want to say. Sailboat water. Wide open bay view. Whatever. Don't get honey, stop the car. Because I'll hurt you bad. At one time, I had a property listed where there was a mother-in-law attached apartment.
Like a suite.
Mother-in-law suite.
Now, you know, we can't call it mother-in-law
In-law
anymore
suite,
because I'll go to political correct jail. Right, Jer? Jer has to keep me out of jail all the time.
In-law suite.
No, it has to say related
Related
living.
Ooh,
Related living.
Really?
really?
So dumb.
That may be the
I would
dumbest thing I've
never
ever
guess
heard.
what
Yeah,
that
I've never
means.
even
Like-
seen it. I would have no idea
Me
what that
neither.
I'm
meant.
not sure I
I
know what
would-
it meant at first glance. I'll have to really.
Exactly.
Now, you all took ethics recently, I do
Yeah.
declare.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't say white picket fence.
Oh, the white.
You can't say master bedroom. It's
Mhm.
owner bedroom.
Mm.
So don't get in trouble, okay? One of the houses I sold had a brand new seawall. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Seawalls
water.
are $300 to $500 a foot, and I made the seller put in a new one, babe. Made him get a mortgage on his house. Okay. Everybody wants to know how many bedrooms and baths. At one time, this was a 4-bedroom something. Ooh, boy, that got a little nicked. So now, instead of getting a new sign made all the time, I just go to Home Depot and get the numbers and put over top. Now, it doesn't look pretty up close. I went, oh, Debbie, that's not you. But when it's out on a sign,
Nobody notices.
yeah, you
Other
can't
than
get
the
too crazy, okay? All right. So, you can get white signs, black signs, red signs, purple signs, whatever you want. I snitched this from Joe Linda's desk. And these were real popular. Agent inside.
Oh,
I don't know if I'd say that.
agent inside.
I'd say fun girl inside. So these are called feather signs. And boy, these were so popular. Remember when we got the feather signs? I don't know where she got these, but you can do anything you want.
Open house.
The balloons I love.
Oh, cool.
Love, 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 and you can buy them online. The ones that car
That's good.
dealers use.
I have those.
They're the jewel tone,
You have it?
No,
Yeah.
not this. The balloon she's talking about.
and they never burst.
Mm.
I love those kind of balloons. Now, what I hope I'm doing today is,
Oops.
sorry, babe, getting your creative juices flowing. All right. So, when you're in the dollar store, purchase yourself some zip ties, and you gotta have scissors. Scissors and tape measures. I have them in the glove compartment. I have them in that thing. What's that thing called where you put your arm when you're driving? I don't know. In the back, I have one big plastic tub with all my real estate stuff. And one of these days, we'll share that.
That's actually smart.
Okay. On the very first page, it says Sapphire Signs. They are located right next to Bank of America on Seminole Boulevard. They're open from 8 to 4. And I mean 3:59. Okay? So don't go flying in there Friday afternoon, Jeremy. Now, it's going to take time. So you got to think about what you're doing before you order your sign.
How many signs do you need for each open house approximately? Like
Honey,
you have
it
the big one.
It
and
depends
then-
where your open house is. And now this is where we get confused. If you have an open house off of 58th Street, but it also goes through to 49th, see, this is why you got to drive around and get a plan. If you're only having people come from 58th, I am all about traffic count. There's way more cars on 49th. So I want them to come from 49th, 58th, 42nd. So, honey, every open house is going to be different.
Well, I'm-
There's no rules.
So to order signs though, just to get started, how many would you suggest that you get?
How many did you just order?
5.
I ordered 10. I know. I
That's my question.
Yeah, I did a couple
I did
for her
6.
when I
6.
first started,
6, yeah.
and I would use 13.
Yeah,
I had
so
3 of
five.
the A-frame ones,
Minimum.
and then I bought
Yeah.
10 from Sapphire
that what
Signs.
she said?
But it was because
Minimum 5.
I was in between 34th Street and 49th, and I was drawing traffic plus 9th Avenue. So I was trying to draw from 3 major. So it really,
Yeah,
like she
or
said, it
one or
really
two.
depends where
It
you're at.
depends on the property.
So,
But I want to oversign, babe.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it.
I mean,
Okay.
I
I
go to
curious.
all this expense and all this work. And 12 o'clock comes. And I got everything open and I'm sitting there. go, Jeremy, run to McDonald's now. I'm starving. And nobody comes. Why does nobody come?
They can't find it.
Because you didn't market the open house. It's not Linda's job. It's not my job. It's your job. And you got to go out early and get those signs out. And especially now with the summer coming, Jeremy and I are soaked. My hair's soaked. We got a towel. You know, it's a lot of work. But it's like having a wedding. It's like having a bat mitzvah. It's like having a graduation. Your open house, she's so cute, is only going to be as successful as you planned it. Okay, let's go to page 2 after it says all my, and I make no money off of sapphire signs. Okay, open houses. The most important thing is select. Now, as I said to you the other day, my goal for each and every one of you is to have your own listing. And then you can market the hell out of that, right? Right now, if you're doing an open house for someone else, I call them sloppy seconds, especially in single family. You need to go look at it before you say, I'm a new agent. I don't have anything. I'm a loser. Can I do an open house for you? And you go out there. Grass is up to here. AC don't work. Windows are filthy. There's a tree across the front yard from the hurricane 3.5 years ago. And now you're supposed to give your time and your money and your energy to go sit in that dump? Not me. Not me. Okay, so right now I know it's hard because you have to pick from somebody else. But go look at it first and see if it's worthy of your time and money. So selection, my friends, is the most important thing. Number 2, preview. Well, I looked it up in MLS and I texted the listing agent, are you going to spend money for signs, balloons, marketing materials, and your time? You got to start, Jeremy, at least an hour before. I like to go to the property first. I try to do this for Jer in the summer. And I turn the air down so that when Jer comes in from putting signs all over 6 miles of Pinellas County and he's sweating, he's not coming into a hot property. Plan. Oh my God. Plan, plan, plan. You know my thing. People spend more time on Amazon researching air fryers than they do on their business. Yeah. Invite. How are you going to invite people? Well, our company where you work is going to put it on MLS. Okay. And they're going to put it on century21.com. And if you get your ad in now by Wednesday, today, it will be in the Tampa Bay Times.
Open house.
Like, do you think people get up in the morning and they go, honey,
Let's go look at some.
let's look at the open house ads in the Times.
Too many people even get a newspaper anymore.
So, well, you still can get it on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. So, this is all up to you to stir the pot, to get people coming. And if it's a single family home, you might want to put a sign out that says open Sunday. Come see me. Because all those people that live there are coming and going. If you're by a Target, score. Everybody goes to Target Sunday to get all their end cap specials, right? If you're by a grocery store, if you're by a church, Where Timberwoods is, oh man, Jeremy, we got churches, right? And so Jeremy and I go, okay, let's drive around, and what time are all these churches coming and going? So you don't have to do an open house from 12 to 4. If you're by a church, you can start your open house at 9. See, you gotta be thinking traffic flow, traffic flow. I am all about the traffic flow. Timberwoods is off of 102nd, Starkey, 98th, and 86th. And it ain't a pretty picture when I am at the Walgreens on 102nd and Seminole Boulevard in the morning, where the cars are going 72 miles an hour, and I'm bent over with my butt in the air trying to get a sign in the ground. Oh, I get horn beeps, and sometimes I get finger gestures, but that's a big traffic count. I want those people that are going north and south on Seminole Boulevard to go east on 102. This is back where Osceola High School and Middle School is. So I'm snagging them from everywhere. I can always tell when it's a realtor that doesn't really know the geographical area because they have one sign on Starkey. Man, I want Seminole Boulevard. I bought 102. See, sweetie, you got to drive around and see all of your
I
options.
get that. I was just curious if there was like a random kind of good start.
Cindy, I would love to tell you a number for everything, but this business is like Pop Rocks candy
All right.
in a liter of Coke. You know, you can't get the lid on once you take it off, and it just goes crazy.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I usually don't. 13
So-
is I run out of. Like I usually think, yeah, I could use 1 or 2 more of these with 13 of them, even at Boulevard. So
right, because when you come in that community, you can go to the right or left. Now, Jeremy and I know if we should go right or left, but the consumer doesn't. So I don't care if they go right or left. It's a circle.
Well, you finally find it, but we went right to it
yeah,
with his signs. That's what I'm saying. He
Good.
did a great job because we went right to that.
yeah. I put one on Park, one on Starkey, one on right as soon as you go in, and it tells you.
And we
which way to
found
go.
it.
So
Like it'd be
how do you
in a
control the people who visit, open house? How do you?
I don't know. How would I? You mean how do I get them?
No. How do you keep the record?
Oh, we're gonna get there, baby.
Right.
Yeah, Tommy.
Are there any problems in
Signage.
condo complexes about identifying that unit with a sign?
Do you have one of your tent signs in the car?
It depends.
No.
We're not even allowed to do open
Tommy,
houses in mine.
I couldn't bring my tent sign today because Jeremy wasn't at my house to get it down the stairs. But I'm sure you've seen these on Home and Garden. It's a tent.
Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
And it has a handle.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just put that outside the door.
Okay.
Open. But balloons. I put balloons on the railing. See, once you've programmed their noodle. Okay, right now it's St. Patrick, so I'm sure the dollar store has some leprechaun-y, greeny things. Once they see that at Park and Starkey,
They're looking for
that leprechaun balloon is going to get them there.
That's actually
Okay.
smart.
This is something that when I get a single family house, I totally do. And this is what I do on Saturday mornings. Early. About 9 o'clock. This, I walk the neighborhoods. Everybody has a doormat. Oh my God. I love looking at everybody's doormat. You know, the people that have guns. Warning. People that have dogs. At Christmas, you step on it and it's singing jingle bells and dashing through the snow and scares the living bejesus out of me. So, we're going to pretend that this is a doormat. This is the door. I got my flyers. Don't cut through the grass. So I come up the sidewalk. Right to the front door. And I look at the doormat and I laugh. And owner armed, but cat will kill you. Whatever it is, it's so funny. And I take one of my flyers where I can read it. I pick it up and I stick it like this. So when they open their door, they see my flyer. Okay, now this is where it gets really scary. But see, I love the challenge. Now I ring the doorbell.
And run.
Holy crap! And dogs are barking. And then the little old ladies, they all have a window in their kitchen. So I'm at the front door. I look and I see this.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, and then they go, and I wait a second, and then I go back down the sidewalk. Then they come to the door. People are so scared. We've created a society of paranoia. So
Especially now.
I see them pick this up. Now, this is the God's honest truth. They will bring this to my open house on Sunday.
Oh.
They knock on the door, and it's like they have a free pass. They go, "Hi, you invited me to come." I go, "Yes, I did. Come right on in." Now, you're going to get tainted in the business because y'all hate nosy neighbors. Oh, I had 3 nosy neighbors. I go, good. I love nosy neighbors because why? They might want to sell their house.
Yeah.
Or they might have a sister-in-law in Buffalo, New York, or Meadville, Pennsylvania, or Ridgeway, Pennsylvania, that wants to what? Move to
Down.
Florida. Remember, every one of those nosy neighbors I have now employed to what? Work for me. Oh, they're so cute. They go, "We're allowed to come in." I go, "Yes, you are." Okay. Now, I just make this up every time. So there's no template, there's no format. And I'm sure that your creative juices are much better than my old brain. So, it says, guess what your neighbors did last night? Who's not going to read this? They have hired Century 21 real estate champions. Century 21 real estate champions. Not me. To market the sale of their home. And this is where my team thing kicks in. If I get a single family house listed and you all say, "Oh, Debbie, please take me, show me. I want to watch you. I want to listen to you." They'll have a pretty good time, won't they, Jerry? So here's my team. And that's what I had to tell that Judy last night. For 1 hour and 15 minutes, she called me. Yeah. I said, she goes, "Jeremy is selling 502. I said, "I hope so." I said, "Judy, I have it listed. Jeremy is one of my team members." Guess what she asked me last night? "How's my broken ankle?" I feel like I should just get a hammer and break my own damn ankle so they all stop asking about my broken ankle that I never had. Okay. Sunday from noon to 3, we are hosting a private showing. Who's we? I don't know. You might want to take your sister. I might want to take my mother. Not really. A private showing for the neighbors to come view this home that is new to the market. Have any of you ever been invited to a private something? The opening of a new restaurant or a new boutique or a new car or something? Don't you feel so special? You know, Ruth the other day said to me, "Dillard's is having a extra 40% off their clearance for all of their select Dillard customers. I gotta go." I said, "Yes, you do." But Ruth, anybody that has a damn Dillard's credit card can go. And oh yeah, by the way, it was in the Tampa Bay Times. It's on the TV. It's on Facebook. But honey, you just run right down there, and I'll be waiting for you to get back. But it makes you feel you're what?
Special.
Special.
It
Okay.
does.
Oh, I got a question. It says, you're saying hosting a private party from 3 to yada yada. Is this the open house, or is this something else?
You're just inviting
You're
them
just you're
to-
just making them think this is just them.
Yeah.
With the big signs everywhere for open house.
Yeah.
Because you know what? There has been, I'm sure people have actually had some responses when they've actually gone in to look at houses from realtors that it's like, oh shit, you're not going to buy. I'm sure they have been met with that kind of an attitude. Like, these are just the neighbors.
She's saying the realtors have an attitude when the neighbors.
You know,
show
just
up.
like what you said. There.
Oh, I don't, but I know
no,
realtors
but you
that
know
do.
that do, right? And
Right.
so this is kind of this.
Right.
This is
No,
nice.
Tommy,
But as a neighbor, I've always wanted to go, but I felt like I was intruding.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's really nice that you put that out there.
Yeah, it is
Right.
nice. This is really.
I
smart.
am trying to find every flea
No, this is smart.
on the dog.
This is smart, Deb.
I
This is smart.
all I want to do is get a body that can suck oxygen to come. I don't care if they're a quadriplegic, a paraplegic. I don't care if their credit
smart.
score's 12. Come on in. Because I am what? I'm not going to make a paycheck if I don't have a body. We deal in bodies, and they have to be sucking oxygen.
No, this
But
is
again,
really
I think
smart.
you have to be willing to take a long-term approach because
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of
yes.
these people are not going to be buying anytime soon.
Or selling.
But that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. Yeah, selling. Yeah.
But remember what we
But you
talked
never
about
know.
Monday? Planting the seeds.
Right. Right.
Farming.
That's true. This is
Farming.
really smart.
Sweetie, do you remember 2 weeks ago you had a piece of paper from Public Records? And you came to me and you said, how would I contact these people? I want to try to get this listing. Could you finish the rest of that story? Because that's all I remember.
Well, I guess when I did contact the person, I ended up knowing the girls, like the girl. Hold on, wait. Well, the grandma owned the property, and I ended up knowing the granddaughter. And I reached out to her, and then her mom called me. But then they ended up having the property under contract already. So,
Right.
Oh.
yeah.
See?
Too late.
That was
Every
smart.
day.
That was good.
Yeah.
Right.
Everywhere I go.
I find that hard to believe.
Right.
Me too.
It's hard to talk with those things, don't it? They're like, what?
Okay. Now, I always say refreshments will be served. Stop by and see this home and say hello. This day I was working with Kurt. Now, refreshments. What are the refreshments going to be?
Whatever you want it to be.
I have no damn idea.
Water and junk.
If it's Super Bowl, I might pick up wings. I'll have some beers in the fridge if somebody wants one. If it's the holidays, I always have my mom make homemade Christmas cookies, and they're on a cute little red platter and the little Christmas napkins. With Easter coming, there'll be jelly beans everywhere. I'll have jelly beans on the platter with the cookies. I'm hosting a party. It's my party. And it's your personality, what you want people to do. And then it said that Kurt and I are your real estate champions, and one of my logos was Real Estate Made Simple. Copy that. Real Estate Made Simple. Real estate is so convoluted. The buyer makes it more convoluted. The seller makes it more convoluted. And for the love of God, the other realtor makes it more convoluted. Not him, but the realtor that put a property pending over the weekend that he never had a contract on.
Oh, you know what?
What?
It was even the wrong place.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. So
happened?
I went into MLS on Sunday, and I was looking. I was just pulling up some information on the place that I have a seller who's buying. So I pulled up the information on that, and I noticed that there was 2 pendings for sales. It says your pending sales. I was like, what? I only got 1. So I clicked on one of them, Now we had made an offer on a place in Five Towns, unit 208, that was they didn't take it. So we went a different direction. The listing agent of 208 had 2 listings in Five Towns. We made the one on 208, and the one she put into the MLS under my name was Five Towns 214.
Not
Just the
even
wrong
the
one.
Not even the right,
unit.
not even the right building. I mean, because Five Towns is a bunch of different
Yeah, it's
buildings.
huge.
So, not even the same building. And I called her and she's like, "Oh my!" Like she put it in, and I was like, "You totally." have
That's
my
why
blood
you
pressure."
don't have broker loading privileges here.
my blood pressure on Sunday because she wouldn't answer her phone on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
I thought he was gonna pop an artery.
I was so mad, especially because my seller was driving. Well, she had some issues with some other things with her place, and so my blood pressure was already up because of that. And then it was awesome.
Don't let another realtor intimidate you. Say, gee, I have a customer in the car. I'm showing property. Let me get back to you in about an hour. Click. Don't you love the phones in our car? One little button. Click. And find out the right answer. The worst thing I want you to do is listen to another realtor. But I said, Jeremy, who's they? You know, let's look at what they're saying and let's figure it out. Okay, invite. You invite people however you want. If you all have a Facebook page, if you have an Instagram, if you have a YouTube, whatever you got, invite everybody. And my sweet friend Judy's gonna say, but they live in, Cindy. I don't know. My aunt was Judy, and I just can't stop. And she's gonna say, well, they live in Indiana. They're not coming. Honey, you're putting yourself out there. I have now moved to Florida. I am a real estate champion. Look at me.
Good point.
I invite everybody I know. I don't care if they live in Buffalo, Hawaii, Bradford, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Illinois. And they go, God, Debbie, you're so busy. When are you retiring? And I go, LOL, never. Because could you imagine when I had to stay home for 4 weeks in the, what was that? Quarantine, when we couldn't go out of the house? I was at the window, licking the window, pacing like a cat in a hot tin roof. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I am so happy to be able to go out and be with my people. Prepare your materials. Okay, arts and craft project. Get the little baby bottles of water. Okay, Jeremy, watch me. I have a sharp object.
All right.
I know, it's not real exciting. Okay, I buy the little bottles of water and I set up a water building station on my kitchen counter. Take off the label.
Tape on it.
Take your business card.
Yeah, tape.
Are you going to cut me a piece, Andy? Is it there? Or
Yeah.
did it go down the thing?
Mine is-
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she's got me one. Okay, don't let it go on. You know what I mean? Oh. Okay. Well, this is wrong, but that's okay. It's all stuff. But what I do is I cut these and stick them on my kitchen counter. And
It's a good
then
idea. I like it.
Put
I
them
like
on.
this too. This is wonderful.
Oh, good idea. Good water.
Yeah,
Great idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's getting warm.
how much
I
did
love
this
that.
cost you? We already bought you 1,000 business cards. I don't think you've used those up. Go to the dollar store and get the clear tape
I love that.
Good.
and get the little bottles of water.
Very good idea.
So, once again, Andy,
Mm.
when people come in the house,
Mm.
it's all about
Yeah.
Advertising.
Okay.
everybody
Love
has
that.
water. Dillard's has water. Ghetto Nissan in Sarasota has water bottles with their name on. Every time I go there, there's like a 6-pack in the back seat. And the guy said, I know you're a realtor. AAA. Last summer I had a flat tire. It was 140. The AAA driver came. He said, ma'am, are you okay? I said, I'm great. AAA.
AAA water.
Yep.
Yeah. Customer service. When that man got out of that AAA truck and my tire was as flat as a pancake in Pasadena, and he came with cold bottles of water. The other thing I do in the summer when I'm going to show people property, I have a little cooler I put in the back of my car with ice and little bottles of water. Now, they're drinking it, and here's me.
Yeah. That'll be me.
Right. Customer service. So water. Okay. Now I would never do these at an open house. But you all know that I'm nuts. And
Water is good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
where's my business card,
To
Jeremiah?
get started, it's really expensive.
Oh,
Water.
okay.
Really cheap.
No, that's your magnet.
Damn it. I brought one.
Oh, I love these.
I got those, but they came like a
Yes.
month and a half
Oh,
too
this
late
is
in
perfect.
February.
Good. Good idea.
There's a whole box of them on the table.
To send up
That
north.
black box, Jer.
Oh, that's your
Okay.
business cards?
My
Actually, get everybody
my
one.
Yeah, good idea.
pleasure of choice. We can't do homemade things right now because of COVID. Everything has to be prepackaged. My flavor of choice for open houses is Milan cookies, 3 in a pack, individual. This just happened to be on my counter this morning, so you're getting my breakfast kind bar. But what I do is I take a business card
Like that?
like that.
Whatever you get.
The water is better idea.
I mean, if you're gonna serve some snacks too.
And I have a basket.
That's cute.
So now,
You got your shit in
Costco,
one shoe, I'll say
Sam's,
that.
like buy.
what
You
Tom?
got your shit in one shoe. That's an old saying. Like
I got my
Oh.
shit in one shoe?
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
It's,
Okay, honey.
It's a North Carolina.
At least I got my shit. Okay. Now, the other simple pleasure that I have that's really bad, anything that begins with a G.
Oh, chocolate. That's a really
Right.
good idea.
So, once again,
Chocolate.
You can go to TJ Maxx and get that Ghirardelli really cheap too. The assorted pack.
Sam's or
Like
Right.
I
that.
love that. That's
now, sometimes I do little bags of chips, Milano cookies, whatever you got. And you can buy those even at Walmart, the Milano cookies in a box like this, so you get a bunch. The problem with the Ghirardelli and the Milano,
They melt. Or you eat them.
I end up eating them.
yeah.
Swear to God, I do. Not gonna
That'd
lie.
be me.
Especially the caramel
Right.
ones.
The chocolate.
And then no chance.
okay, so you've got, now they're gonna say, here's the wife. I don't want anything. I'm like, okay, no worries.
Have some water.
But I always want to try to corral them to the kitchen after they look around. And then I go, want to take a little water for the car? Okay, everybody will take this because it's cool. If we ain't walking around with a bottle, we're not cool. Now, one new agent once said to me, well, Debbie, this is such a waste of time. I said, really? Explain. Well, once they drink it, they throw it away. Really? Okay. So, today, Jeremy would take his cell phone and he would do what? Take a picture of my card. If I say, would you like one of my cards? They look at me like I'm 98. Why don't you take this? Just keep it in the car. Now, I've given them a fair trade and they got my jazz.
I love that.
Okay. Now, the other thing you have to have in your open house, and I didn't print these this morning, but you have to have a colored flyer of the property. Rhonda's taught you 17 ways till Tuesday to do a flyer. Am I right? Hello?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Flyer?
No. That's the same.
What, you don't know what a flyer is, babe?
No.
When you say till Tuesday, he thought
Oh,
on
oh.
it's a saying.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a English
Okay,
thing.
babe. I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you do it, but it better be in color. The other thing I want you to have in that property is, if a 4-point has been done, you better have it. Where do you find all that? In the paper clip. If the property disclosure is there, new HVA system, November of 2020. That's heating and air conditioning, honey. Everything that you can find out about that property, you need to know. If it's in a condominium and there's other condominiums for sale in that community, you better have them with you. I taught Jeremy, take a piece of paper. On the back, put back in 5 minutes. Come on in. Because he has to go show another condo that's for sale in there. Or he has to go to McDonald's and get me a fish sandwich. Or he has to go to the restroom.
Normally it's that one.
It's always that one. Also, I always have my business cards in something cute. You know, this is all arranged nicely on the table, not like
This.
my mess. Okay, this is an open house registration kit that I bought. Magnets USA. That's where I buy my calendars. That's where I buy my Just-a notes. They have all kinds of good stuff. This is a box that I had to fold together. And then I made these little cards.
Yeah.
And I have a clipboard. And I fill this out. Because if I give the consumer this in a pen, they lie.
Oh,
Imagine.
they lie.
They lie to Mother Nature.
They won't even fill it out.
Well, they won't give me the right email address. They'll change a letter.
Oh.
They'll change something in their phone number. So when we finally get to the kitchen and we're chatting and I got Gergelli chocolate dripping out of my face and we're all making friends, and I go, you know, my broker, she's a rascal. I go, every Monday morning she calls me into her office and wants to know how my open house was. And she's gonna ask me how many people came, and she's gonna ask me, how did I get them there? My broker holds me accountable. She doesn't. Ruth doesn't know if I had an open house or I went to the beach. But this gives me a reason to ask those people those questions. I go, oh, thank you so much, because now I won't be in trouble tomorrow morning. And then it says opinion of price of the property. I ask them, they can tell me. See, if you just say, sign your name here,
They never do it.
we are salespeople. We're supposed to be talking. We're supposed to be asking people questions to get answers. If I don't know the answers to these, I can't help them. Now, people today don't want to talk. We all know that. I go, are you a texter? And I can just see their face go. They go, yeah. I go, great. Would I be allowed to be your text friend? And they'll give me their cell phone number like I'm pulling a lollipop out of a 1-year-old's mouth. See, you gotta get what you want. But you're saying, oh, sign here. You're not engaging. When I am done with an open house, this is the honest to God's truth. After I get my signs, I have to immediately go home. And I have to immediately take off my shoes and change my open house clothes and lie down for at least 15 minutes. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted from setting up, putting signs out, setting up my presentation, printing the papers I'm taking the night before. My house is always crazy on Sunday mornings, Jeremy and I. The printer's printing, I'm in the shower, I'm drying the hair. I go in the office and papers all over. But that's my day to shine. That is my time to go out and find warm bodies and connect with them. Okay? So, once they fill this out, and I do that right in front of them.
Where'd you get that box?
I believe Magnets USA, it was an open house kit. And
Home Depot. Oh, where?
No, Magnet USA.
Magnets USA, baby, it's a website where the calendars and the note cards are from.
He's so fun, too.
And then here's a little thank you note I stick around. I love these. These have stick 'em. I stick this on the door. Open house today, come on in.
Where'd you get this from?
With this thing, baby,
okay.
Magnets USA. Do I have any more junk? Okay. I put this somewhere when they come in. And I say, after I connect, because you know the ones.
That'd be me. Difficult.
You
Before,
can,
Don't talk to me.
you can make
just,
these.
you know.
Marty,
I'm not signing
let's
it.
go.
And you
I'm
know,
not signing a thing.
Let's go. I'm like, thanks for stopping. Bye bye.
and I stick
I'm
those-
always nice, but
Take this
But
with
the
you
ones
and
that I
tell
can
you what-
connect with,
yeah,
like this.
then we do this.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay. And then this is on the door when they go out. I'm all about thanking and kissing and hugging and.
Do you send the thank you cards to everybody that came that you got addresses for?
I might not have their address, but I can look them up where. Public records. Also, remember that man that lives on the corner? That every Sunday there's 12 open house directional signs in his front yard? And this one says, this is so cheesy, me. One small word that says so much.
Thanks.
Put 3 business cards in. Enclosed are 3 of my business cards. 1 for you to keep and 2 to pass along. Thanks for allowing me to put my open house sign in your yard. Those people get that card, they call me up, they go, you are the nicest girl. You are so nice. And Jeremy will say, you're not really that nice. But once again, as we talked about at the beginning, when Tommy said I have all my shit in one shoe, or one shoe and all my shit, I don't know. I am getting people to do what? What I want them to do. But you gotta market it, you gotta work it, you gotta have a plan. And maybe you're not gonna be ready to have an open house for a month. I'm okay with that. I want you to do it when you're ready. The other thing I was thinking about this morning, as I was agreeing to bring my Gardelli to the office. On the weekend, when you're out living life, go to other open houses.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to any open house in 7 counties. If I'm going to the Strawberry Festival Sunday, and I see an open house in Plant City, can I go? Absolutely. The only thing you have to do, you should have seen me going to the open houses in Hawaii.
We're gonna be doing that when we go.
My nephew is like, he's a captain something over there. He goes, Aunt Deb, please. I'm so embarrassed. Are you going to make me pull in there again? I go, yes, I am, honey. And I go bopping in. Hi, I'm a realtor in Madeira Beach, Florida. I just wanted to stop and see the architecture here. The $2 million, you get a box this big, Jerry. You'll have the shock of your life. But make sure you always have business cards in your car. If you go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Hawaii, Alaska, everywhere I've traveled, oh my God, San Francisco. Those houses are so expensive. But now that you are one, you can go anywhere. And then the realtor always says to me, oh, I think I have somebody that wants to move to Florida. I go, great. Email me, text me, and we'll work out a referral. I'll be happy to pay you 25%. Yes,
So
Tommy.
on a local level, do you ever go into an open house and just pretend that you're a shopper just to see how?
No, you can't do that.
Is that illegal?
That's illegal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just went to
Good
ethics.
question.
Okay.
You have to disclose everywhere you go that
Okay.
you are a realtor.
Okay, thank you.
Now, how do I come up with my ideas?
Experience.
Stolen from other realtors.
Yeah,
Why reinvent the wheel?
I shop other realtors' marketing pieces at their open houses.
So he's right.
Absolutely.
Why reinvent the wheel? If it's out there.
Why reinvent the wheel? If you go into a property and the agent has something really cool, if it's a flyer, if it's a whatever, take one.
Okay.
We get by giving.
So when we do this and it's got my name on it, you don't care.
Of course not.
My business card.
Oh, you can take that and put your business card on top. I don't care.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay. Now, you gotta know what just sold. You gotta know what is for sale. You gotta know the for sale by owners that sold. Because you're gonna look like a loser. Okay? If Jeremy does an open house for me and he goes, well, we saw on Realtor.com there's another listing, and Jeremy goes, oh, gee, I don't know. They're going to leave him. They're going to go, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. You see why you have to be so careful. Everything that comes out of these lips, everything that you put out on the table. Sometimes if I really have a lot of energy, I'll get different colored gift bags, the little gift bags at the dollar store, and I'll put little cutesy stuff in. Just make it fun. Okay, where am I now? Prepare materials, place signs, be early. Nothing makes me more crazy than when the open house is at noon and I'm sitting in the car in July sweating like a crazy girl and the realtor comes flying in at 12:15. What's the impression I just got of them?
Lazy.
I'm telling you, as a property owner, I'd be pissed off too.
Right. Oh,
Frankly,
property
the seller.
owners.
So I've done open houses before where they showed up. The people were showing up 30 minutes before it even started.
They will.
Yeah, you remember the one time I was having trouble with that one door?
At Timberwoods?
No, the other one.
Oh.
Because it happened twice. I got a new phone, and I didn't know I had to call. So I had Super the key, but if you change phones, you have to call them, let them know.
Oh yeah, make sure you update your key, your phone on your Super key, so when you get there you can get in. Didn't you have that problem once, honey?
No, it wasn't me. It was.
Oh, okay.
I did.
All right.
That was me. And
Okay.
and I showed up to an open house that I was doing probably a quarter after 11, and there was already people parked there. And thank God that I think you were just getting home from church. When
I
you-
was just sat down in church with Mother.
No, that was Timberwoods.
Oh.
The other one, you were just getting done.
Oh, okay.
So her in church and me. I just make sure she's young. She stays young that way. But yeah, she had to come over and actually help me, which was really awesome. But, you do get, I've had 3 or 4 since June where people show up 30, 45 minutes early. They see me putting signs up and they stalk me
Oh.
until I get back to the back. And
Yeah, they'll follow. It's
I'll
okay.
have my sandwich sitting there
Yeah,
for
me too.
lunch. I'll be like, oh, just leave. I want to eat the sandwich.
I know. Now I got the sandwich in the kitchen drawer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Be early.
He already.
Be early.
Be early.
The most important thing, and I think you get this by now, be happy. I don't care if you just slammed your finger in the car door. Be happy. When somebody knocks on the door, I open the door, I go, hi, come on in. Take a look around. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't be Vanna White. This is the kitchen. Really? Okay, yeah, that would be the refrigerator and the stove. That's where they are. Now, once they have looked around, if there are some secret cool things in the kitchen. Like, I don't know what that would be. In the olden days, it would be the bread drawer. You know how they had the metal thing, Jeremy, with the holes in. Whatever features are unique. If it's upstairs, oh God, don't we love the laundry chutes? Don't we love those as kids? I'd always put my baby brother down the chute. So, yeah, the retired colonel now. I go, I guess I didn't give you enough brain damage. So, know the features. Oh, the microwaves that are a drawer now. A lot of people haven't seen those. And it's really difficult to open the drawer and put your coffee cup in that microwave. Have y'all seen those? Or the garbage disposal button that's next to the faucet. You push that button. There's not a switch or a flip. And that's why you need to go to a gazillion open houses and look at the new features. Look at the new things houses have. Ruth got one of those microwaves a couple of years ago. And the first time she went away and I was staying at her house, I sent her a text and I said, where's the microwave? We're so used to them, what? Being above a stove.
Or something you open.
Yeah, she goes, hello, Debbie, it's the drawer. I go, what drawer? I open the drawer, I
That's
go,
weird to me.
bye, Cracky, we got a microwave.
I don't like
I
that.
like those. Plus, you have a refrigerator that like drawers too.
Right.
Like
I'm
little
okay with
drawers.
refrigerators being like that, but
I love
They
them.
look like it.
You know, my my stove, you can actually remotely turn it on. Okay, I want my stove turned on now, bake now.
Oh,
like,
everything's smart.
yeah, everything's
It's all
smart.
smartphone.
My wash and dryer, okay, wash now. I'm like, why? Yeah, everything is remotely on your.
Right. Okay, what is your goal? Why are we doing this? Because we have nothing else to do on Sunday? I'd much rather be at the snack shack in Madeira Beach having fish tacos and a couple of beers. But no, I am going to what? Do this. My goal is to meet new customers that I can build a rapport with and to build my business. This is like making a deposit every day into my savings account. Number 10. Take work to build your business to do at the property. Any other busy work you have? Jeremy, I was thinking this morning really early at 3:15. I would suppose, Jeremy, that you could download this and you could do it digitally on an electronic device in the property. I know that we're all allergic to paper. Nobody wants paper. But I know that Jeremy could put this
there's
on.
apps that do it on your phone.
There's an app.
Yeah, Canva, I
Yeah.
think, is one of them.
Now, the reason I like this is because I can touch it, I can feel it, and I connect. It gives me another reason to make them linger. Dating, you're at the bar, you're having a drink, and your date says, I have to go to the restroom, and they never come back. See, once you let them go and you don't have what you want, you ain't getting a B back. Didn't we say that in the car business, Tommy? There's no B backs. If they walk off the lot on Sunday afternoon and they say, we're going to go to Starbucks and get a coffee, we'll be back. They were just trying to run away from you. Number 11, write thank you notes to people where you place signs in their yards. If you talk to someone this week and they said, I'm so glad I met you. I think my mother-in-law wants to downsize. Send them a note. The biggest, saddest thing of our society right now is we have no personal contact. We can't hug, we can't touch, we can't hang out together. Can you imagine my 90-year-old mom that has not seen this face in a year and been isolated in a box by herself? Jeremy knows my mom. She's a huggy, touchy-feely, right, Jer? You know, we've got to really reach out to people now and do something kind and loving. The other day, Jer, the Sisters of St. Joseph from Erie, Pennsylvania, sent me a Happy St. Joseph's card. And they sent my mother one too, and she called me up and she goes, honey, the Sisters of St. Joseph sent us a St. Joseph's Day card. I know you're going to get one. That's how bored our lives are. We were so happy to get that from Erie, Pennsylvania. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's take a look at open houses, this little thing. I think I've covered everything because I might have done a couple. They attract buyers, they attract sellers. You forget you can get a seller, especially in this market today. Consumers are out shopping because they want to sell because they know they can sell for a lot of money. But they all have the brakes on because why?
They don't have a place to go.
Where are they going to go? Because they're going to sell for a lot of money, but what are they going to buy? Something that's going to cost a lot of what?
Money.
A lot more money. I think you get all that. Oh, how do you handle multiple guests? This is your gut feeling. I tend to pick the wrong one, Andy. I pick the one that's all shiny and bright, and I think they're cash and they're going to buy. And then the one that looks like a homeless person, I just kind of kick him to the curb. It's the one that looks like the homeless person that has the cash that's ready to buy. So, if you're by yourself, you just got to go with your gut feeling. There ain't no picker that's always going to stick, right? And that's why I like to take someone with me. Take another realtor, take your mother, take your sister, take your cousin, take your significant other, take whoever. I can't take my significant other because he can't stand real estate. And he hates that I'm a realtor. He says it's crazy.
One of the positives of COVID right now is that a lot of times only one group wants to come in at a time.
Right.
So it's kind of good, but once that stops, it's going to be going with your gut. But
Yeah.
I try not to leave him outside with Eddie. If Eddie's out there, I kind of usher him in.
I never had that problem. People just plowing in, want to see. I just talk to them a little bit, everyone a little bit, and say, if you need any questions, come talk to me. You know, and they always do. They will find me, say, yeah, what about what about this? And so, you know, and they all stand there and listen all together because they all want the same information.
Right.
How old's the AC? How old's the heater?
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
When did that become a thing?
What? Knowing all that
The
information?
age of the AC, the age of the hot water tank, and the age of the roof.
Roof.
And you know what I say? Are you buying it? Well, no. Well, then we don't need to talk about that.
I don't even care. I just say it, and then they might even have somebody else. I'm like, they say they don't want to buy it because they don't want us to pressure them. They go home and talk about, I actually like it. So they call you back and say, hey, what about, any insurance? And then you realize they were actually interested in it. I just talk and let them figure it out at home.
Right. Okay, the next page is the seller interview. For those of you that have been with me, I don't even know why I have the seller interview in there.
We don't have buyer interview.
Buyer workshop.
Oh,
Hold on, baby.
the
It's on the next page, Andy.
open house.
Never fear, your leader's here. And you have the buyer interview, and that is it.
Do you have an extra one of those, Deb?
Of this?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get one, honey? I'm
I
so
was late. I
sorry.
apologize.
No,
late.
you're never late. Oh, I have one more thing. This is from RSP. I printed it. This is their latest marketing stuff. No, honey, that's not it, Andy. Okay, it is a 2-pager.
I just signed up with them, and one thing you need to know when you do is that I don't read the rules, so I'm different that way, but realize that when you do it, it's a 6-month, it's a 6-time commitment.
Keep an eye.
You could get it without that.
Do one.
Because I didn't want to do
Jeez.
the commitment thing either. I just went in and
Thank
did
you.
the generic postcards.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
you
different.
you could do just kind of the generic ones. I got kind of lost in that too for a
Yeah.
little while, like trying to, because they wanted to send out the report.
That's what I went with.
Yeah, and the report was, I mean, it's nice to have the report, but for me it was I wanted to get my name out there. I created one of these types,
Okay.
and
And
instead
you
of
can do
doing the
that
report.
and show a commitment.
You don't even have to have a commitment for just the postcards.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
can just go ahead and
Right, postcards,
I will do
if
this.
it's Easter bunnies, if it's Halloween,
Yes, ma'am.
if it's just listed, just sold, there's no commitment.
Gotcha.
I was gonna try to print for you, but I had several toilet explosions yesterday at Boulevard.
Oh, no.
You need
Not
a
my
picture.
house.
Okay.
There's, I don't know if you're getting this on Facebook. It's from Reminder Media, and they're printable little things you can staple to candies. One is for Reese's peanut butter cups. Who does not love those? It says, "Have I recently
Recent.
told you thank you? Have I recently REES that I appreciate your referrals?" Now they're going to try to sell you a magazine, but do you want their phone number or do you want their website?
Website
Both.
for me.
Website, hello at remindermedia.com. REMINDERMEDIA. And they have all these cute free printable things that you staple on giveaways. Anybody want the phone number?
Yeah, I do.
866-458-4226.
I just love this.
And if somebody didn't get it, there you go.
Hello.
There.
Now,
I'm recording this, so
Hello,
if you
reminder.
didn't get it,
when you have
What?
nothing to do, go into
Reminder.
Magnets USA. Go into,
No, no,
where'd you get the chip clips? Etsy?
Hello.
Etsy, yeah.
Etsy?
Hello.
Oh, Etsy.
At remindermedia.com.
Yeah, I wish
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
remember to grab those.
Yeah.
Hon, does he need this, honey?
Yes.
If you go into
Remindermedia.com.
marketing ideas, you will be lost for about 12 hours. And here's the situation. You have to
458.
pick you.
4226.
You have to market you because we're all different. I don't have the same fingerprint as Cindy.
Did you need that?
Cindy's gonna market different than I market. But you gotta make it your own. You gotta build your plan. It has to be something that makes you happy. It has to be something that is fun. And now that, oh, well, I know it's a little quick.
Promotional stuff.
But since Monday,
Your own stuff.
when I gave you homeworking, did anybody select a geographical farm?
I've been doing one for
Yeah.
a few months, so
Good, Tommy. Anybody start working on their social farm?
Oh, yeah.
I've got my address. I have to find my addresses, but I got almost all of them for the people home. But I love this. This is what I want to send them.
And honey, what you might want to do this time of year is send the Justa notes.
Okay, just to know.
Because everybody, when I mail those out, my people go, "Could you bring me 3 more?" Everybody wants them everywhere around their house so they can always be writing
Just
a
to
note.
know. Okay, I'll do that. But for home, this is wonderful because that's all they've heard is while we're in Florida. So I want to bring it
These two.
home to them.
Right.
My agent used to send me the raise schedule with a magnet.
I used to too.
And-
That's a good
and I-
idea.
And I like to raise, so that always appealed to me, because I was always could check the.
That's a good
that-
idea
That was
too.
just me, though.
Right. I used to always send the Buccaneers, and I think I better this year too after this last year.
Heck yeah! Maybe I
Right.
need to do that.
Photo?
Some sport. Some of them could be
Oh,
sports.
sure.
Yeah.
And you know
Well,
what?
you
It
can
has to
explain
be
it.
about what you're excited about.
Mhm.
When it's football season and I have my open houses, everything is geared to football. I get the football balloons and put them out. I do the whole shamir. And you know, people come and they go, "I hate the Bucks." I go, "That's okay. You can still eat my chicken wings. Come on in." I don't care what people like or dislike. I am just putting it out there to make them come. When you're gonna have a really big party, don't you RSVP? What is worse than sending out wedding invitations to 250 people and 120 RSVP and 180 show up? Or it's the opposite, and you have to pay $50 for all these meals for the people that didn't show up. You know, planning an event is a lot of planning. It's got to be fun. But the main goal is I'm looking for results. And it might take you 3 weeks. When you get that new listing, you're going to roll out your open house. And you're going to be there and you're going to rock it because you're going to know the best about it. That is my goal for all of you. All right, any questions about open houses, unopened houses, anything crazy you want to ask me?
I appreciate the good job.
No,
Thank
this
you.
is wonderful.
Good
Thank you.
ideas.
Thank
Tomorrow,
you. Tomorrow, what is that?
tomorrow, we're doing, oh my God. My buyer has completed all their inspections. What do I do now? I have a form for that. You're all gonna love it. It's 1 page. It has 3 boxes. You check box 1, 2, or 3. You can't check all 3. Box 1 is, we're removing the inspection period and we're buying. I'm on my knees, I'm praising the Lord, I'm jumping up and down like a crazy girl. Number 2 is, we'd like a little something, something. A little something, something. You gotta put it in writing. And number 3 box, I never want you to have to check this. Buyer is canceling the contract within their inspection period, and we are releasing the escrow.
And you have to start all over again.
And all 3 of those questions are negotiation. Yes, my friend Andy, he's my biggest cheerleader. He will tell you on a megaphone, as is as is, we fix nothing. Next week, we're going to do an actual 4-point inspection review. Because where we're failing is we don't know the difference between home and 4-point. Home, I know, Carrie. 4-point, if buyer wants to obtain assurance, those 4 points have to be functioning in the manner in which they were designed to operate.